So we finally got the tyre done this morning, and they did it nice and quickly for us in Datjoin. We've come on to Kalannie. I'm hoping that's how you pronounce it. That's how I pronounce it. A little rest stop here, wondering if there's any kind of water pickup. It would be good to top up our tanks, because I don't know where the next spot to pick up water is likely to be. So just going to have a quick look around the rest area and see if there's a tap here. And there's a big boy going through. Big old bus, 40-foot coach, the car on the back. So, discovered a water tap by this big rock here. So we're hoping that the hose is going to reach across to the water tank so we can fill up. One of the many little chores we got to do on the road is water fill-ups. Just got a long enough hose for this one. Sometimes you don't have enough hose, and the only option then, if you really need water, is to put it into jerry cans and then transfer it. But this time, yeah, we just make it. On this side of the road, according to the map, it just doesn't look like there's much down there at all.
Yeah, no, that's why. But I said the general store looked as if it was on the other side of the road, which meant it was back. So.
Yeah, I'll just drive around and see.
Okay.
That looks abandoned.
Gravel Road. It's called Burakin East Road.
Jesus. That looks rather beaten up, doesn't it?
That's not tennis courts. This is a house. This is it. Oh, I see. It's just a little pergola there. They call this the tennis courts. Oh, the tennis courts are on the other side. That's why. I see.
The poor old house has seen better times.
I thought that you actually park in the tennis courts, do you?
Well, I suppose you could if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, it goes right into the tennis courts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, I think from my very fallible memory, this place is called Burakin. I'll check it and put the name on the bottom of the screen if I'm wrong. On the Wikicamp's map they call this the abandoned tennis courts, and yes, the tennis courts are just in the back there. Large area here that you can stop and park overnight. Appears to be some residents over the other side there, and a rather more beaten up house on this side. No facilities really apart from this little shelter. Why on earth anybody would build a shelter like this out here, I really don't know. But never mind. It'd be a good little spot to park up if you had nowhere else to go. Well, that poor old house has seen better days, I'd say. Not in really crash hot condition. There is an occupied house just behind here, so I suppose it all belongs to the one property. There, that place is not long for this world by the looks of it. And these are the old tennis courts. Been out of use for some time by the looks of them. A lot of places around the little country areas had tennis courts and halls, little recreation facilities. Many of them now suffering the same fate as this place. Good morning, guys. I just filmed this segment about 30 seconds ago and I had the microphone turned around the wrong way, so you would have got nice pictures of me with my gums flapping and no sound, or very little. So I'm refilming it, and I'm also refilming this whole area because we lost all that footage yesterday. Unfortunately, what happened on my birthday on Saturday, which was my 61st, we had a flat tyre on the coaster, so that put us back a day as we were waiting for the shops to open on Monday, and because it was an inner, I didn't want to replace it myself. We took it back to Datjoin, and the guys there at the tyre place did it for us very quickly, which was great. But also on Saturday, my main laptop with all my software and all the things I need to do the work here died. Thankfully, I had just backed up all my footage prior to that, so at least to that point we didn't lose anything. But yesterday I did lose a whole day's shooting, well, day and a half really, because when we came to use the second laptop to back up our cameras for the day, we found it didn't have an SD card reader. Now, I'd forgotten all about that, and I didn't bring a spare one with me, so I thought I'd be smart. I thought I would get the Nikon, which has got the same size card in it, and I just swap cards and download via the Nikon, which has got a cable that attaches to the computer. Tried it, and the Nikon did something to the card from the Panasonic, and now it's showing no files. So I wasn't very happy about that. It was very, very annoying. I have managed to back up the secondary B-roll stuff from the other cameras, but everything from the main camera, which is the one I'm filming on now, may be lost. I've put the card aside and I'll see if there's anything I can do when I get home, so hopefully there's a small chance I might recover it, but knowing how these things go, I doubt it. Anyway, I have to refilm Datjon, which is where we are this morning. Beautiful red rocks behind me, gorgeous sunshine shining down on it from the east, and it will mean that the rocks I filmed yesterday in the campsite are unfortunately not lit as well, so I'll just do the best I can with those. And again, to kick me in the pants this morning, fate decided that I was going to lose the nose piece out of my glasses, so that's annoying. And all I've done to try and fix that is to build up some shrink wrap on there, so at least I haven't got pieces of metal sticking into the top of my nose. So at least they're relatively comfortable, I guess. They'll do at least till the end of the trip, and maybe beyond. We'll see what we can do with them when I get home. So it's been a pretty crappy couple of days, but I have to look on the bright side. I'm out in the bush. I still can film. Unfortunately, I can't download from this camera anymore, so when all the cards for this fill up, we're done. I won't be able to do any more main filming. I do have a couple of other secondary cameras that I can download from, so I will be able to at least do a bit with those, but of course, this being the main camera, it's just going to be a bit of a pain in the bum once the memory cards for this fill up. So I guess I better shut up now, stop wasting time on it, and get on with refilming Datjoin Rocks. And there is a story about this place, but I'll probably tell that a little bit later because I don't have access to the documents. Having lost everything on Saturday, I won't have access to them again until I get home. So okay, let's go and have a look around. We found ourselves a little posie in here. Quite a nice looking little spot actually, with the rocks up behind us. And just going to have a quick wander around, see if there's anything better, but I think we are going to be fine just there. And there certainly seems to be a lot of wildflowers here at the moment, so yeah, it seems like a nice little spot. The track winds its way down through here. Where it goes after this, I'm not really sure. There's not a lot of campsites here. As you drive in, there's one with a table and seats. But there was a camper trailer set up there, so we kept going up over to where the rock is. I wouldn't bring caravans up there. We got through okay with the coaster, but we're fairly skinny. But I really wouldn't want to bring a caravan up to the top of the rock here. Okay, I did follow the track down. It's not too far along. And there is a turning circle at the end here. But because of the trees and that next to the track on the way up to the rock, I would be inclined not to bring a caravan up through there. Pretty little spot, some beautiful wildflowers at the moment, so just how this big old boulder got to be sitting up here like this, and I could not tell you. And this is the other side of it with the sun on, so you can actually see the banding. It makes it quite an interesting feature. Couple of pink and greys up there, enjoying the morning sunshine. This is apparently the old town site at Wialki. Now, one of those names again that I hope I'm pronouncing correctly. There doesn't seem to be an awful lot left. I'm just going to wander around, see what I can find. Hard to know exactly what was here because I think a lot of it's been removed. This may have been some sort of school. There's a playground or tennis courts or something like that here. And these were obviously the toilets. One block here and one just over there. This one is slightly more intact. I'm guessing that hasn't been used for a while. And that's seen better days, I guess. The whole end wall gone. When this place was last used is hard to say. It looks like it's been out of use for a very long time. So I guess the question is, if that was the school, what else was out here? It'll be interesting to try and go back through the records and find some old historic pictures of this place and see what it was actually like. Well, somebody's got a very modern shed here. That's obviously still in use. And behind that, an older building. And we've got a sign here that also says Wialki School. The other place was obviously a school, but maybe they moved it over here. Our second stop for the day is Bonny Rock. Not a lot left here today, but the old hall, built in 1935, still in use. A somewhat more modern playground right next to it. And behind that, believe it or not, are some very modern toilets and showers apparently, so we shall definitely go and check those out, see what they're like. Very clean new toilets out here, so if you make use of them, good idea to whack a gold coin in the box to help out with the maintenance costs. They certainly didn't have comforts like that back in 1935.